Hi, everybody. Hi, and welcome to our monthly live sessions. Today, we're going to be talking to an amazing person, one who won at the Speak to Inspire contest. She won an award. I'm going to wait for her to let us know what award that was. And Rhoda is an inspirational young woman, one that I'll be talking to tonight. And it's all about how she found her voice. How she found her voice. Hello, everybody. My name is Joy Eshimokai. Welcome to our monthly webinars. It's so good to have you. Let me see in the chat room if you're joining us for the very first time. Let us know if you're joining us for the very first time. Let us know if you're joining us for the very first time. Let us know where you are logging in from, where you are joining in from. Say hi. I want to see in the chat room. Yes, tonight is going to be energetic. The young woman I'll be speaking with tonight is full of energy. Trust me, she reminds me of me. She reminds me of me. So yes, hi, Auntie Samira is here. That's Shalomit. I suppose. Shalomit, hi. It's good to have you. It's good to have you, everybody. Tonight, Rhoda is going to be sharing with us how she found her voice. How she found her voice. It's a journey to finding your voice. I'm Joy Eshimokai. I'm the lead coach at ProSpeak Life Academy. And what I do is help children find their voices, use it, speak with confidence and clarity. Ace any speaking engagement any day, anytime. So the young woman I'll be speaking with tonight is none other than Rhoda Kolawole. Rhoda brings in a lot of energy. Rhoda pushed the limits and achieved her goals during the Speak to Inspire contest in 2024. If you don't already know, the Speak to Inspire contest is where we showcase young voices. They speak on subjects ranging from leadership, their dreams, and a host of other subjects. So Rhoda aced, Rhoda won two awards during the Speak to Inspire contest. Rhoda is coming in with a lot of energy. Rhoda is someone that reminds me of me. Rhoda was our encourager for last month at the SpeakOut Bootcamp, where she encouraged all of the participants in the boot camp. As a matter of fact, Rhoda encouraged them so well that I was like, okay, my job here is done. I am already duplicating myself. So that's what I'm doing. I'm duplicating young people, right, through the Speak Out Bootcamp. I'm duplicating myself into many young people, right? In the Speak Out Bootcamp. I like to see young people speak with confidence and with clarity. And let me not delay this. This conversation is going to be on for the next 40 minutes. And I'm going to be bringing on everyone. I need you to spread a red carpet. Let me hear you cheer as I bring Rhoda Kolawole on. Rhoda is going to be sharing her story. I don't want to take glory for any part of it. So I want her to come in and then simply introduce herself. And I have several questions to ask her and how young people can discover their voice. Hello, Rhoda, and welcome to our free class. Rhoda, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Hello, Rhoda. Tell us about yourself. Yes, I can hear you clearly. Tell us about yourself quickly. Let's know
Hi,
you. Let's get
everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Rhoda, and I'm 10 years old. I'll be 11 this year. That's May 26th of this year. I love singing, dancing, and public speaking. And like you heard it from her, I love when people or children bring energy in whatever they're saying while they're speaking.
Rhoda, I'd like you to unmute. Just stay unmuted, all right? All right, so the starting point, we're going to start from the fear of public speaking. You know, the fear of public speaking is what keeps a lot of children grounded. They ask you questions in class and you're unable to speak out, you're unable to use your voice. You have so many things in your head, right? And you're unable to share it. The fear of public speaking. Tell us about it. What was your turning point?
From start, I've always been this type of extroverted, confident speaker who is always outspoken. But I never knew but I never knew that I had skills in public speaking. Like when teachers or people ask me questions, I always feel like no need to raise up your hand. They know you know it. Just keep your hand down. There's no need. Rather just calm down. So that's how I've always been. But like how it changed all was when my mom noticed that I have always she knew that I know it, but like she noticed that when they ask me questions, I'll just be like, never mind, I'll just be droopy. So she enrolled me in a contest. That was my very first competition. That was the Bible quiz competition. So it was like a Bible quiz. They'll throw questions to each of the contestants. And when I noticed like that people were just like answering questions, which was giving them points, and they were having acing their way up to victory, I noticed that Rhoda, you had also did that. Rose up your hand, ask, answer your question. So that was how I started. So at the end, I won the third position in my category because we go from level one to the end. I reached level four and stopped level five. So I reached level four and I got third position. So that was how it all started. That was my journey.
Was there ever a time that you struggled or you never struggled with public speaking? You just, when you're asked to speak, you just speak without a hassle. Was there a time you struggled? And
Yes.
how did you, yes, tell us about that time you struggled with public speaking.
So we had this memory verse. Okay, there was like we're asked to do a recitation of a book of the Bible, and like I had
Mm-hmm.
already memorized it, done my part. I got to this stage, my heart started beating so fast. I feel like running away. Sweaty palms, you name it, everything it appeared to me. So I just had to calm down. I told myself, Rhoda, take a deep breath. You know you can do this. You have practiced. You just need to deliver to your audience without stuttering. When I had said all the affirmations, that's how I started. Although when I started, I was stuttering and stuff like that. But as I started flowing with my audience, that was how it started. So I got to affirm myself in public speaking. Public speaking, great speakers, they are made, they are not born.
Yes,
You can't
baby.
just be a public speaker and you have this confidence with you from birth. You grow, you evolved around it. So public around about that. So I later like evolved around it. That was how I did it. And people were saying that Rhoda, before you were now you are we can see you, Rhoda, you got this and stuff like that. So that was how everything went.
Okay, so have you always been this confident person? Have you always been this confident?
It depends on actually how you see it. I call it being extroverted, not actually being confident. They are two
Okay,
different things. So I
okay.
am extroverted. I love shining my ideas, imaginations to the world. But extroverted and confidence are two different things. They do not relate.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
have not always been this confident. It goes from level. So
It evolved.
yes, it's
So,
changed.
so share with us your growth process. How did you begin to build this confidence? Because Rhoda, there's one thing that everyone that comes in contact with you knows. Rhoda is energetic. Rhoda is confident. How did you evolve to become this very confident speaker? And yes, I don't want to get to that big moment yet when you won the People's Choice Award, but we're going to get there, right? But just tell us, how was your growth process? What did it take to move from not just being this extroverted speaker to becoming a confident, not just extroverted, but also confident? So just take us through that journey. Let's share in it.
So, to become confident, you need to learn
Mm,
self affirmation
mhm.
because there are people in the world that don't see you the way you are supposed to see yourself. People might talk you down and say you stuff like that, but unless you affirm yourself, that's when you can start your journey. So, it takes affirmation and guidance because this world, it is not just a one-man journey. You will meet people and you will learn. So from my parents, my family, to meeting you, then to meeting you, that's Coach Joy, my esteemed coach. I am so marveled to have in my life. Then my coach Carol, who has always been with me from start. She told me my mistakes, what to do to, when I was made the encourager of the month, that voting period that they were voting for us, there was a time that when I was making my contestant video, so there was something I said because before I send my videos on the platform, I actually asked for our opinion because I feel like your mentors and guardians are meant to help you. So they have an opinion, and if you respect them, they have an opinion in your life. So there was something I said in my first video, which I sent to her, and she said, Rhoda, don't do this, that it will give them a wrong approach. And she told me what to do. And then I did it, and that's how I'm the encourager of the month. Coach Joy, you have always been with me, and I'm really appreciative of that. Because when I was sending my reviews for that, I first started like you saw my first review. I started like a beginner. I didn't know the pros and cons of what to do. I was just a beginner, and leaders are there to help us, and they're there to guide us in our journey. So it is all to my leaders and then to personal growth and self affirmation.
Beautiful. Well done, Rhoda. Well done. And yes, you're doing a good job already. But now let's talk about the mistakes that you have made and that you've overcome. Yes, you just shared one with us on how you learned to give feedback, right? That was on giving feedback in the SpeakOut Bootcamp. And yes, before we do that, how did you come across Pro Speak Life Academy? First, how did you come across why did you enroll, or rather why did your mother enroll you? So just tell us, share that journey with us, and then we move over to the big moments.
So I have, like I said, I've always been this confident person, but my skill was hidden. So when my mom saw my hidden talent, which was, she told me from when we were discussing one night, she said that she saw it from um, the um, the Intentional Parenting Academy, that you, Coach Joy, and my mom, you moderated in what program? There was this program you did. So she said that's where she knew you from, and then they advertised your academy. And she saw this as an opportunity for me. So that's when she enrolled me, and that's how the process all began. So where I
How
am
did you
today.
feel? How did you feel when you
Wow,
were enrolled?
that was words can't explain, but I'll say it like this. The prospect life is, they got it. They know what they are doing because they shape they shape us. So because today in the Prospect Life Academy, we just learned about impromptu speaking. Like, would you go anywhere and you just learn that immediately? So I felt happy to be there because they they shape us to being leaders and great speakers.
All right, thank you very much, Rhoda, for that free advert, by the way. So, Rhoda, let's move over to the big moment, winning the People's Choice Award at the Speak to Inspire contest. I know this is a subject you always love to talk about. Take us through that journey. Tell us about the moments, the emotions, and all the in betweens during that period. So take us the big moment. What was it like to compete in a competition like that, a speaking competition, and online for that matter? How was it for you? How did you feel? Tell us. Do not withhold any of the emotions. All right. So let's hear it. How was it for you?
So when you first reached out to my mom about the competition, my mom said it to me like she saw it like a great stepping stone for my success. So when I saw my mom with so much energy, and I said, "Wow, this is a great platform for me to shine." And when I first started the first meeting we had, when we introduced ourselves and stuff like that, when I saw the speakers that were there, I felt the pressure. Like, Rhoda, look at people, because when people were speaking and people had, and that was when I discovered that people have ideas, they know, people have things in their head, and they
Mm-hmm.
just need a platform to share
Mm-hmm.
it out and let the world know what they are doing. So when the first meeting, when
Mm-hmm.
we each talked, and you were very specific to me. You just pointed it out. Rhoda, you need to stop rushing while you are speaking. That has always been like, that was the first time I actually heard somebody say that to me, because I feel like that's my tongue. But like, you, my mentor, my parents, everybody now has been saying it, that Rhoda, you need to learn to calm down your pauses and stuff like that while you are speaking. So when you first said that, I did not, because that was one of the first time I was hearing such a feedback. So I did not really take it to heart. But my first training with my mentor, she said the same thing. Second training with you said the same thing. I was like, there is a problem. You need to work on yourself. Like I said before, you need to evolve, because there are stepping stones in public speaking. There are levels. So when I saw how everybody was using their pauses, I noticed it, that Rhoda, you need to work on yourself. So the day we did our recording for the video, that day was, it was fire, because I that I'm out of words. So I'll just explain it like this. Imagine you talking in front of a huge number of crowd for the first time, you being 10-year-old, like, and you like you conveying your message, 10-year-old. So that's how it was like for me, because that was my first time, and all the mixed feelings, that what if it doesn't work, what if I come last position, what if nothing really comes out of it. So the award nights, that night, when they called, because Coach Joy was giving the she was giving the suspense. So I felt like when they called third position, second position, and first position, and they did not call my name, I felt like all hope is lost. There is nothing for me to do again. I've already lost hope. And they were just like, People's Choice Award, Kola Wole Rhoda. I was so happy. Like, I felt it, that road, that this is a huge accomplishment. There was you can ask my parents. I was crying. It was like, a huge achievement for me. Like, Prospect Life they're amazing. They reform you to be your true you. Because I never knew that I was this good at public speaking, not for praise actually. I never knew. I always felt like you're just an extrovert, and all those stuff. You're
Okay.
just an
All right.
extrovert.
So
You have energy vibes. Thank you.
okay. So what did you learn from the experience? So just give us like bullet points, what you learned from the experience. How did he help you? What did you learn? And Rhoda, I must commend you that I've noticed that you use your pauses well. I don't have to take this aside. Let me give it to them right now. Rhoda, you take in feedback like a pro. You take feedback, you receive feedback, and then you do exactly what you're told. I want to commend that about you. Well done, girl. But what we are on now is that what did you learn? What did you learn from the experience? of speaking on the, I think that your video has about 1,000 likes now. We've had 1,000 people, 1,000 views. I think we've had 1,000 people watch Rhoda's video at the Speak to Inspire contest. I'm going to get the link of the Speak to Inspire contest now and then share it with everybody on the live stream. I'm going to get the link and share it. But Rhoda, please tell us, what did you learn?
So I learned that I should accept feedback, because I've always felt like I have made it and I am it. But when I saw other people and what they were doing, I felt like I need to accept what people tell me, that is some negative feedback. I need to accept it and work on myself. I have also learned that I should learn to calm down, that not everything should be done in a rush. Take a deep breath, breathe in and breathe out. That's what the major thing.
Hello, Rhoda, can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Hello,
ma'am.
Rhoda.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, but your video seems to be static right now.
I think it's my network.
All right, so yes, you're clear now. You're back. So yes, you said you've learned to accept, receive, and implement feedback.
Yes, and I also said I have learned to calm down, that not everything in life has to be done in a rush.
Not everything in life has to be done in a rush. Yes. Can you hear me, Rhoda?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, is that all you learned?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so it's time for you to advise other children who were like you, right? The initial Rhoda, the fast talker, and the energy is good. The energy is good. The fast talker and all of that. Just a word of advice to everyone on the stream. Your BFF, Jasmine, is on the stream right now. She says, Rhoda Kolawole, an epitome of confidence. I love your friendship. But you would share with us also how you got to meet Jasmine and how you performed such an admirable bond, both of you, that I really, really love. So you tell us how you met as well. So before that, just a word of advice to people who were like the Rhoda of the past.
So I want to state to everyone that in this life it comes in stages and levels. So when you get to a stage, please, any hard stage, don't give up. You can reach out to your mentors, your parents. Don't give up in life, because there are things that are going to be hard for you. There are times that you feel like this is too hard, I can't move on. In any time you feel like that, please calm down, reach out to people who have
Rhoda, are you with us? Rhoda has been sharing with us what she learned
seen a
speaking
little of
on
life,
the.
and
Rhoda has been sharing with us the highlights of her time speaking on the Speak to Inspire contests. And Rhoda has shared a few nuggets with us on how learning is a continuum. Rhoda said one of the best things she's learned is receiving and implementing feedback. I must tell you that the first time Rhoda registered for the SpeakOut Bootcamp, or one of our 3 days public speaking boot camps, where we learn fun speaking, how to speak impromptu and all of that. Rhoda was a fast talker, really fast talker. I was like, okay, she's smart, she's confident, but she speaks and just runs out of breath. And so that was the first feedback that we gave to Rhoda. Rhoda, calm down and speak so that your message can be assimilated by your audience. And Rhoda is back. I cannot believe that I'm hosting Rhoda tonight and she's speaking with such confidence that our message is clearly understood by the audience. Rhoda, kudos. Well done. And it's such a pleasure to have you on this stream. Rhoda, let's move over to how you've created some really nice bonds with some of the people in the boot camp and specifically your BFF, Jasmine Aibe, that is on this stream. How did you meet?
So the my first speech that I did in the first meeting of the SpeakOut Bootcamp, when I finished my speech, I just noticed that Jasmine Aibe. I first saw her name and I was like, this girl was cheering me on. I first ignored it the first day. The second day, she was still by my side each time. So I felt like Rhoda is trying to make a new friend. So we we talked about school, life, everything. So it started with us affirming ourselves and be like, go girl, I got your back, you can do this, I believe in you, and things like that. Then it's moved on from that. Which school do you attend? How are you? And then it's moved to our moms exchanging contact, and that was how the relationship started.
You heard Rhoda. So at the Speaker Bootcamp, it's not just about learning to speak, learning to be confident, learning to speak with clarity. Your children also form social bonds. So friendships that transcend nations. I know Jasmine is in the UK, right? Or in the US.
I think
Jasmine, I
it's
think Jasmine.
I don't know. I think it's UK.
Jasmine, I think Jasmine lives in the UK and Rhoda lives in Lagos, Nigeria. And yes, their friendship transcends nations and across. I don't know how they're able to keep up, but you can just see the palpable love between these two ladies. And is one that is really, really admirable. Yes, Jasmine says she's right in the chat box, cheering her friend on, and she says, yes, she lives in the UK. So, yes, your children don't just learn to speak with clarity and confidence, they also form relationship, life relationships in the boot camp, and one that is a learning relationship, a loving and learning relationship. Well done, Rhoda and Jasmine. I think we should crown both of you Friends of the Year at the boot camp at the end of the 6 months period. Well done, girls, and I'm proud of you. Iron sharpens iron. That's what the Bible says. Iron sharpens iron. And these two girls, they sharpen each other. Well done. So, Rhoda, what is your advice to other children? So now I want you to speak to children who are still shy, who are afraid to stand out, who are afraid to speak out. They are shy. They cannot, they know a lot, right? They're very smart, yet they are unable to stand out in school. They are unable to speak up. They sit behind in class, and whenever they are asked to speak, they run away or freeze or sweaty palms, like you mentioned earlier. What is your advice to children who are unable to speak up for whatever reason, in whatever situation? How can we help them? What have you learned yourself that can be of help to them, really?
First things first, I want to say that you need to first believe in yourself to be able to speak to people. Because if you still doubt yourself and don't think you are anything, then how will you be able to convey your message to people? So first things first, you need to learn to believe in yourself. Now, in a case where you are scared or you feel nervous when you want to talk to someone or a group of people, you take a deep breath and then you affirm yourself. You don't need to rush quickly and say what you want to say in a heartbeat. You first think. So in the process while you are thinking, you can process, what do I want to say? How am I going to say it? What will my audience learn? So when you have thought about this, then your mind is calm. When your mind is calm, you can say whatever you want to say with an open heart, which can make your audience to receive whatever you want to say to them with an open heart. So that's what I have learned.
So, Carol, Rhoda, I just highlighted your mentor in the academy, your loving mentor, Coach Carol. So I just highlighted her comment in the comment section as this live stream is ongoing. What would you say your experience having a mentor in the academy was like? So yes, not just having your coach breathe down your neck, having a personal mentor. What was the learning point for you? What would you say to other people who do not have mentors? And what was your mentoring journey like? Can you share with us?
So when they first contacted my mentor to me, when I literally, to say the truth, I had never believed in something like having a personal mentor. I never really thought of that. So when they first told me about her, I was not really enthusiastic about it. But when we first had our first meeting, and she was like, Rhoda, you are so like all the compliments, I started feeling the bond. And then Coach Kara is this kind of person that understands you. She she can literally tell that what I want to say, I'm sad before I say it. That's how she is. She can literally read my mind. So that's how our bond is. So if I want to say that, like about this show, before I told her, she already knew that Rhoda is happy. So she was like, Rhoda, calm down. What do you want to tell me? So when I told her, she was already like, Rhoda, you are in for it. You just have to have a good mentor. Mentors are there to help you. I can say, yes, you might be like me that isn't in for all mentors all the time. You might be like that, like me. Well, you just need to open your heart to them. And then there is the spark and the bond and the connection. Because mentors they have seen a little of life, and what they have seen something that we need to learn, because we don't know everything in this life. There are some things that adults and older people have seen and we need to learn. So
Thank you very
if
much, Rhoda. There's a lot we need to learn from mentors. My favorite quote on mentorship is riding on the shoulders of giants. Riding on the shoulders of giants. When you have a mentor, what you're simply doing is riding on the shoulders of a giant. So you would not need to go through their experiences. They already know where the potholes are on your path, and they take you right across it. So they make your journey even shorter. Rhoda, my next question, and I know you weren't expecting this. If you look on your screen right now, you'll see one Kola Wole Olufunke Rachel, right? One amazing woman that kept me awake all night during the contest where you contested, who ensured that you won. Yes, you won the People's Choice Award. She was all over. Even while I was sleeping, this woman did not let me sleep. She's just one incredible person. I want you to tell us a little about her, how your journey to public speaking and speaking on the Speak to Inspire contest has been with her, because I knew even when you were giving up, she didn't give up, right? So I want you to just tell us about this woman.
Okay, so I would not really say much, but this story will say it all. When we
Okay.
were recording for this for the Speak to Inspire contest for my audio, because I did the first video, it was so tense because Coach Joy, if you notice, that day I was crying. I told my mom, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore because I already lost hope. My mom was
Mm.
there with me. She said, Rhoda, you don't need to sit down. She sat me down. She brought chocolate. She was like, Rhoda, you just need to calm down. I know you know what to say. You just need to calm down and let it. You just so she's always there to encourage me, and that's what I love to see parents doing. Because as children, there is always going to be a time that we're going to be emotional, no matter how strong you are. And that's why we're going to need parents to see us there and to make sure that we're going to be fine. So my mom is this kind of person that she's always there with you and she's always there to say to encourage you. There's a time that I did something wrong, and the punishment was like I was not going to join the training for one of the training for the Speak to Inspire contest. I was literally begging my mom that, Mom, please, I want to join this training. That I will promise that I will not do it again. She knows the things that will make me to smile, the things that will make me to be like, Mom, please. And she just understands. And I love when elderly people or people who are older than me understand what I am feeling and got me. That's just the interpretation of everything.
Well done, Rhoda. Well done. Well done, and well done to your mother again. She kept me awake. I'll be sleepy, and the first message I'll see is from Mrs. Kolawole. Rhoda's live post is not, we cannot post anything. We cannot lie. We cannot this. Oh, she kept me awake. And I mean, I love parents who are always there for their children, who and that's interestingly, those are the kind of parents that we have in the SpeakOut Bootcamp. Parents who want to ensure that our children start speaking, do not lose their voices, are able to stand on their own, are able to communicate clearly their vision and their message. Thank you very much, Mrs. Kolawale. We at the entire Prospeak Life Academy appreciate and love you. So next, you're going to be giving us a message to parents using your mother as an example. Tell parents why it is important to support their children to speak up.
So, okay, as parents, most parents believe that the most thing in life is to become a doctor, a nurse, lawyers, and actors and actresses. But beyond this career, there are things that we, the children, we need. We need extracurricular activities, things that keep our hand, whether with our voices, hands or stuff like that. So apart from being smart in educational things, their children also love to be engaged in activities, competitions, contests, because when they are in those kind of things, when children are that, it boosts our mental ability, our intelligence quotient, intellectual, emotional quotient, and all the things like that. So apart from being so smart in education, we the children also like doing activities. If you are a parent out there and you feel like your child is not doing so well educationally, why don't you try teaching her to cook? If the child is not good in math, I feel like, to me, cooking also aids in mathematical skills. So when children learn these activities that has to do with hands, like if he's not good at mathematics, go teach him how to cook. When you have taught him or her how to cook, and you'll just be surprised to see 40 over 40 in their test. You'll be like, yes, this
Mm,
is what I'm learning and I am implementing it. So apart
mm.
from being so stressed out with your academic work, we children, we get like that sometimes. We also love to be put in activities. So you can subscribe to Coach Joy, that's the Speaker Bootcamp, and I would love to see your child there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rhoda. Thank you. Someone said earlier, and I like that comment shortly. Someone said today Rhoda is the coach and Coach Joy is just the guest. And I really, really liked that. So, Rhoda, before I let you go, and that will be in a few more minutes, before I let you go, I want you to share what helped you the most. What helped you the most? What helped you on this journey the most? Your family, your teachers, your mentor, just one. What helped you the most? What was that? Yes, I know you shared the story about how mommy didn't let you give up. There's no way that woman would have let you give up. But what has helped you the most? What has kept you grounded? Then next, you're going to be sharing your experience with us in the boot camp now, right? But just tell us what helped you, what has helped you, what's that thing that has shaped you, or people that have shaped you to begin to embrace this phase of your life, being able to speak anywhere. And Rhoda, this is no small feat. You being able to hold a conversation in an interview like this. So tell us what has shaped you really to become this young woman. And I know you're not yet 11, you're just 10, 10,
Yes, I'll
going
be
on to
11
11.
today.
Confidence with which you're able to hold a conversation with an adult is no mere feat. So tell us what has shaped you. Share the secrets.
I'll say it in one word, and that is you. You have always been my backbone. Without you or the academy, I don't think I would have been able to start my public speaking journey. Without you being there for me, being encouraging me, saying, Rhoda, you need to do this or you need to do that. Without that, I don't think I could have started any speaking out journey. So you are the one.
Wow, Rhoda, just like Jasmine did to me during her speech at the Speak to Inspire contest, she just shocked me out of my skin. But yes, I am the queen of impromptu speaking. I have to keep speaking. But you just made me lose my train of thoughts, Rhoda. Rhoda, well done. Thank you so much. I am honored to be your coach and your mentor. I mean, I mentor queens and kings. And yes, Rhoda is one mentee I am super proud of. And I'm super proud to showcase any day, anytime. Rhoda is my product. I am proud of you, my darling. So, finally, what is your message to the speaker? No, share your experience in the SpeakOut Bootcamp. In the last couple of months, you joined us for the first time. I think, Rhoda, your first journey, share with us your first journey in Prospect Life Academy, and then now in the Speaker Bootcamp. Just share your experience with us while we begin to round up. It's been an amazing, amazing session. But just share with us quickly your experience, the first ever bootcamp you enrolled for. I think that was August or so
Yes,
in
it was
2020.
August.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
So it was last year, August 2024. That was the first thing that as I entered, I just heard the word. If you want to be the class captain, raise up your hand. And I did. I think that was the second time I felt like I need to be someone that is inspirational to my peers because immediately you said I raised up my hand, you were like the class captain should give a speech. It was so sudden, like I should talk to my peers. That was actually the first time I had an intro to speech. So I first started like good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Rhoda, and I felt the connection. I felt it when everybody was smiling at me and nodding their head and complimenting. I felt like this is what I would love. This is where I would love to be every day of my life because in the Prospect Life Academy, there are people. You have people who understand you, who get you, and like I said before, that is the thing I love. When people understand my feelings and what I feel. So now you said I should also say the my journey in SpeakOut Bootcamp. Now it is like I am now a pro. I know I have not reached anywhere. I am still in the beginning. So This is the 6 month training, and we are just in the third month. And I feel like I already know plenty things. Like we have learned about impromptu speaking, to speak with confidence, to speak with clarity, and still to be concise. So the Speak Out Bootcamps gives you more knowledge than I feel like it gives us more knowledge than we actually what we paid for, because we do activities, we still get to have a personal mentor, then we can still reach out to Coach Joy anytime. We have assignments and presentations, and then Coach Joy normally sends like a words of encouragement to us, and then we still learn leadership skills, because as Coach Joy said, I am the encourager of the month. And then we still have this girl who can talk to us. That is one other girl they just elected. I've forgotten her name, but like it gives us a
So
chance to learn leadership, not only how to speak out. Public speaking teaches us how to speak, leadership skills, and then it still teaches us social skills. So it is something I'm always going to be grateful for in my life. Thank
thank you very much, Rhoda. It's been an amazing time having you in this very first edition. It's the very first edition. We're going to be having subsequently other Speak to Inspire contestants come speak on this channel. But yes, you're the first, you're the forerunner, and I'm so glad to have you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for spending this time with us. I know you should be reading and studying for class, but thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule. And we're super
you.
grateful to your parents who are so supportive of their children's growth. Thank you so much, Rhoda. So, one last question before you leave. One last. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
And so we're
Always.
going to be doing, yes, we're going to be doing this in the beginning with other people who are going to come on board. So don't feel bad that we've ended with your own. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and you just jump on the first one that comes to your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay. Okay. Ready.
Impromptu
Born
speaking, impromptu speaking or rehearsed speech?
impromptu speaking.
Tongue twisters or story challenge?
Story challenge.
Rice or bread?
Rice.
Thank you very much, Rhoda. Thank you so much. So,
Oh,
since you
listen.
chose, you chose, did you choose tongue twisters?
I said storytelling.
Storytelling challenge. Tell us a final story and then we round up.
I want to tell you about a girl named Shalomit Abdullahi. Shalomit Abdullahi is a girl at the SpeakOut Bootcamp who has an amazing voice, who can always convey her message without stuttering. When I see Shalomit speak, I always get the energy that she's feeling. She talks with so much clarity, so much confidence, and there is this intonation in her voice that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I love this girl. Shalomit is my second best friend in the SpeakOut Bootcamp, because you will you have to learn. You just have to learn in the Speak Out Bootcamp. So that's Shalomit here saying that it is me. So Shalomit is this kind of girl that she loves complimenting. No matter, even if you make 1,001 mistake, Shalomit will look for something to compliment you about. Because there was this time that I made so many mistakes in my speech, and I felt like, Rhoda, you did not do anything good. Shalomit was there, like she was like, Rhoda, that was an amazing speech. Well, like I felt like, what does this girl see in me? So Shalomit is a confident speaker who always got her friend back. And that's why I love her so much. Thank you.
Amazing. In fact, these children and their social skills, the way they form bonds is something I find really amazing. Thank you very much. You didn't talk about a fashionista prowess, but that's okay. Thank you very much, Rhoda. It was so nice to have you on the live stream tonight. Thank you for spending this amount of time with us. And I look forward to having you again. I hope that we
Okay.
can have you this year. But even if we don't have you this year, we will definitely have you again. You are our People's Choice Award winner. And yes, we'll keep having you over and over again. The Academy loves, celebrates, and appreciates you. We love you for just being confident, for being clear, for I think one of the most important part of you that I really appreciate as your mentor is being able to take feedback and implement it. Just being teachable is one of the things I love about you. And one thing that I know we have in common is the energy. I'm trying to put my energy under control, Rhoda. Energy queen. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We look forward to having you again. Thank you everybody for joining us. Rhoda, say your goodbyes. Everybody say
Bye,
goodbye to
everyone. Bye.
Rhoda. Thank you
Bye,
very
Mom.
much, Rhoda.
Bye,
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Bye, Shalom. Bye.
All right, so yes, that was Rhoda on our very first episode of Speaking with the Speak to Inspire contestants of 2024. The Speak to Inspire contest is one of the brainchild of the Prospeak Life Academy, where we get children who have passed through the academy contest for a prize. It's a speaking contest that help your children ace public speaking skills and also learn leadership skills. Now, in the SpeakOut Bootcamp is the signature product in the academy, the Speak Out Bootcamp. It runs for 6 months. Our first is currently running where Rhoda is a participant. It runs from January through to June and then July through to December. So you want to enroll your children. It is designed to enhance their public speaking and their communication skills. And these activities involve fun games, interactive exercises, team building challenges, and even just learning social skills. The bootcamp emphasizes on creating a supportive environment where your child can develop confidence and express themselves effectively. We also have the Speaking is Fun Bootcamp, which is a 3-day program which is filled with fun speaking activities. You want to just stay tuned to be a part of any of our speaking bootcamps. So thank you very much, everybody. If you want to help your child speak up, stand out, just reach out to us. It's also a community where we foster friendships. You heard Rhoda mention that. Thank you, everyone, for just being a part of our class today. We look forward to having you again. We look forward to having you again next time. If you have any question for me, please drop it in the chat box. If not, let me hear whatever you have to say to us. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, Jasmine says very true about Shalomith. Yes, Shalomith is also a participant in the Speaker Bootcamp, and these children are just supportive of each other. I wish adults can be more supportive the way these children are. It's such a joy to mentor children who are filled with wisdom. Well done, girls, and I love you all so much. Mrs. Kolawole, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be able to, not every parent would consent to this. Thank you very much, Ma, for helping us showcase Rhoda's prowess and our confidence to the world, and for parents to see what is possible. So some people are not enrolling their children for these courses because they cannot see products. So we are showcasing our products in the academy. Yes, we're very proud of them. And so we are showcasing them for the world to see. Thank you very much, Ma. We love you and we celebrate you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. And this is where we draw the curtain for tonight. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Our numbers are scrolling on the banner across your screen. We have several programs coming up. We have the Speaking is Fun coming up, a 3-day program where your children learn to speak in a fun environment. So we're looking forward to having them. And we have the second cohort of the SpeakOut Bootcamp. So we have cohort 1 running already, like I said. We have the second cohort beginning in July. Yes. And then we have the 3-day public speaking bootcamp beginning in April. It's from 8 to 19. And yes, before we go, we have a brand new program we're unveiling for 5 to 7-year-olds. Yes, so we've had parents of 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old just constantly send us messages. We want to enroll our children. You're not taking 5 years old. And so we are opening our door to for the very first time in the Prospect Life Academy to children who are 5 years to 7 years. Let's see what we can make of them. Let's catch them young and watch them grow. Thank you, everyone, once again for being a part of this live stream. And have a good night, everyone. Bye.